Aqui já está. Vamos ao principal. Hello, Raven. Narslave. E vamos fazer também teatro. Vamos já despachá-lo. Primeiro vamos gastar a resina no Steam.
Ad astra. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Hey.
Ad astra. Ai, notícias. Pressam lá, cara. Despeja já aí. Não gosto de pontos de interrogação. Grande. Quem é?
É.
Stay back!
Extract! Off we go! Ha!
Open fire! Stay...
Neutralize! Ha! Everybody stand back! Take me up! Bullseye! Bullseye!
Open fire! Open fire!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Open fire!
Bullseye! Let's light it up! Let's run! Bullseye!
Stay back!
I'm going in! Take me up!
Open fire! Stay back! Decay! You...
Let's run!
Open fire! Leave it to me!
Extract! Take me up!
Open fire!
Locked on!
Leave it to me!
Reconstitute! Everybody stand back! Let's run! Bullseye!
Não sei.
Fire! Open fire! Watch out!
Take me up! Locked on!
Vou buscar um quadradinho de chocolate. Ok. Olha ali. Os chocolates como se falam.
Visualize. Let's light it up. Let's fly. Locked on. I'm going in.
Perfeito. A resina gasta. Onde é que ele está? Está ali.
Don't trust your eyes uncritically. People only see what they want to. So don't be your own fool.
Hey.
Why does Ashru sit up on the counter? To welcome our clients, of course. A kitty's gotta earn his kibble somehow. Emotions are like a raging torrent that surges through the mind. More often than not, if you try to hold them back, you'll be swept away by their unstoppable force. And if you try to ignore them entirely, you'll end up tearing yourself to pieces.
Ai. Onde é que ele tá? Ali.
Hey, Durin! Any more clues for us? We're all set for the next chapter.
Yeah, I was just about to come find you. Let's see what it says.
Now sprout to life the story's seeds, stirred by wind-born melodies. Then on that breeze the music leaves, fading into distant memories. Seek the place where wind and tale entwine, and once there, make 3 riddles into verse, and 3 melodies into song. For in poetry and song will this story start to blossom.
Come on! Another riddle? All that talk about wind and melodies? Oh, what do you think the answer could be? Oh!
Care to elaborate?
Wind, music, poetry. Tone-deaf bards gotta know the answer.
You mean Lord Barbados? Albedo introduced us when I first arrived in Mondstadt. I mean, someone like me was bound to catch his eye sooner or later.
It's better that it's out in the open anyway. Now, how should we track him down?
I'm pretty sure he's already caught wind of what's going on here. Why don't we just see where the wind takes us?
Ah, right. He definitely makes it easy to forget he's a real god sometimes.
Traveler, Paimon! What a sight for sore eyes! Ah, and the little dragon from the fairy tale world. I heard your voices calling out to me on the wind. Something about needing help with a riddle?
Sorry to disturb you, Lord Barbados.
Disturb me? Not at all! To tell you the truth, I'm just as curious about this riddle as you are. Let me take a look.
What is it? Did you figure out the answer?
3 riddles and 3 melodies. That sure takes me back. The answer you seek lies hidden in memory.
Looks like running to Tone Deaf Bard was the right call after all.
Long ago, those mages came to Mondstadt, seeking to test their strength against mine. But I replied, let us make music, not war, and resolve our conflicts through song. So I strummed my lyre and sang them this verse. O wind, welcome now, my guests. Pass through verdant leaves unseen, where shape your formless self may take, and offer up a graceful scene, a fleeting gift for welcome's sake. Leap at the edge of a sea of clouds, where land meets sky and sky meets ground. There frighten off the noisy crowds and bring my guests a calm profound. Fly beneath the stars up high, where mortal noise is swept aside, that my dear guests with starry eyes may share the dreams they hold inside. Now go to where I vowed to keep a quiet spot for them to sleep. No clash, no contest bars the way, just tea and mirth to fill the day. There you have it, the 3 melodies. As for the answers to those 3 riddles, I trust you can guess them by now.
The woods, the edge of a cliff, and the sky?
Correct! Funnily enough, your mother was also the first to solve it, all that time ago. There must be some kind of special rapport between those who write stories and those who sing them.
The woods, a cliff, and the sky. Oh! So that's where it is!
I suppose the spot that answer points to is where you're headed next. You should know, after solving my riddle, the mages even accepted my proposal and made that location their official meeting spot. And going by what your book is suggesting, once you found it, you might want to try playing the melody I just shared with you.
Guess you can be pretty reliable when it counts, huh? Great animal archon?
Thanks for the help, Lord Barbados.
Still got questions for me, huh?
Yeah, you must have read countless tales in your time, being a wandering bard and all. In your experience, why might an author consider a story unfinished?
Unfinished? Well, I guess if there's something left to accomplish in the story, or, oh! If the last line goes, to be continued.
Huh?
Wow, your helpfulness lasted for like 1 second.
In all seriousness, I would think the answer to that question lies in your mother's story itself. It's not my place to pry any further.
All right then, we should get going.
Okay, we're here! Now, we just need to play the 3 melodies, and we should be able to gather the memories for the next chapter, right?
A musical performance? Huh. Out of all the things Miss Lisa has taught me, that's the one I'm worst at.
Even a war that shook the world could not halt the witches' gatherings. Yet even so, with the passing of time, 3 of their teacups no longer came to be set. The witches did not linger long in sorrow, for the story witch had brought glad tidings of her own. Born was her dragon child, safe and sound. Her fellow witches offered up their blessings, eagerly debating how to celebrate the child's birth. In the end, they settled on the most vibrant balloons they could find. After all, What could be more joyous than the arrival of new life? And so, the witches' gathering turned into a birthday celebration.
So, we're back in the story world, huh?
As if from nowhere, new guests appeared at the witches' table. Perhaps they too had come to celebrate the dragon child's birthday. Yet while everyone else was busy thinking about what kind of gift to offer, these three seemed to have come empty-handed. Hardly the recipe for a warm welcome to a birthday party, now is it?
A gift?
Hey, what's this all about? We only just found out this was a party.
While the guests voiced their complaints and grievances, perhaps they should have been wondering what kind of gift to give instead.
So, we need to bring a gift to advance the story? But where are we supposed to get something like that?
Perhaps it would be a good idea to have a look around.
Why didn't you just say so? Hey, could we use these as gifts, maybe?
At last, the guests
Guess that's a yes then. Which one should we go for?
Still, the guests wondered what kind of gift might the little dragon really want. Should they put a warrior's sword in his hand and send him out on an unstoppable quest to save the world? Or perhaps a wandering hero's slingshot and the promise of a life of endless, uncharted adventure? Or maybe even a scholar's tome and the chance to take on all the world's unsolved mysteries.
Okay. Wow. That's a lot of pressure all of a sudden. Oh yeah! Technically, we're actually picking a gift for you. So, which one would you prefer?
You want me to choose? Wow, this feels kinda special.
How come?
For as long as I can remember, I've spent most of my time living in the stories my mother created. I always thought my mother had everything written out for me already, just like the toy figures in Constellation Metropole. What I wanted to do with my own future. That's something I've never really thought about. What did I want back then? This is the first time I've ever asked myself that question.
Sounds like this is the perfect opportunity to answer it then. It's been a while since you left Simulanka, and after everything that's happened, it might be about time to start thinking about your future.
Then let me give it some thought.
In the end, the guests settled on the warrior's sword.
So, your dream is to become a warrior?
I just really want to be able to keep people safe. If my time in Nodcry taught me anything, it's that a lot of problems in this world can only be settled by strength of arms. As long as I can help people, that's enough for me. Really? But I don't think it's enough.
Alright. They should let us in now that we've got a gift, right?
Hello there. Brought a gift this time?
The newly arrived guest presented his gift, wishing the little dragon a future as an indomitable warrior. Accepting the guest's blessing, the story witch invited him and his friends to take their place around the table. Finally, she could introduce them all to her dragon child, telling all in attendance about the moment of his hatching, and of course, the name he'd been given. It was then that the seer witch, diviner of the stars, withdrew her gaze from the heavens and turned a sorrowful glance upon the little dragon.
You gave him the same name as that evil dragon?
That's right. But the life I intend for him shall be very different.
What folly to love so blindly. For as you must know, a name is the mirror of destiny itself. He who bears an evil dragon's name must also inherit the fate of its previous owner. His fate has been foretold.
Then I'll rewrite it. The witches at the table fell silent, for they knew the seer witch's words had never once proven wrong. Yet, just as clearly, they recognized the story witch's resolve, for there is scarce a force in this world more fearsome than a mother's love. At last, the merry witch stepped forward, dispelling the uneasy silence.
So be it. Then we'll all lend a hand. Together, we shall rewrite this child's fate.
You mean to defy one of the fundamental rules of this world?
I refuse to be shackled by such rules. Besides, this is a witches' gathering, is it not? What could be more fitting a subject for this occasion than to defy them?
Oh? Sounds like an interesting experiment.
I suppose, were we to succeed in this endeavor, we might bring a touch of wonder to this otherwise dreary sky of stars.
The merry witch finally talked them all round, just like she had done many times before. Warm and strong as the sun she was, so much so, in fact, that those who her light shined down upon had no choice but to bask in it. And so the witches readied their gifts, 3 marvels of the cosmos.
For this child, I shall decipher the ravings of the heavens and lay bare before him the trickery of fate.
For this child, I shall leave a formula powerful enough to unravel the very origins of this world, that he may seek another solution for the conundrum of his life.
For this child, I shall call upon wondrous magic to make possible his impossible wish.
All the story witch had was the pen in her hand, yet with the love that flowed from it, she resolved to bring forth a marvel of her own. For this child, I shall leave behind the last story I will ever write, and with it, a path to an ending yet untold. With the witch's blessings given and received, the little dragon's fate at last began to turn. In the midst of the dragon child's birthday celebration, the seer witch proclaimed her prophecy. The child had been given the evil dragon's name, and with it, the burden of its fate. But hearing this, the story witch vowed to rewrite it all, for such was her love and resolve. And so the other witches offered their gifts in turn, marvels as rare as any in the cosmos. Together, they sought to test one of the fundamental laws of this world, in part to support a mother's love, and in part to sate their own curiosity. Oh, and I almost forgot. Our new guests came bearing blessings of their own. Who knows? Perhaps this extra bit of courage might be all the little dragon needs to change his fate.
Looks like we've completed this chapter, too. Those witches in the story were the mages of the Hexen Circle, right? They sure seem to care a lot about you, Durin. But, Paimon kinda had trouble following their conversation. Just a bunch of mystery, as usual.
The evil dragon's fate.
Oh, is that what you're worried about? But didn't we already take care of that?
Ah, the mages must have had a hand in that, too. Also, I was just thinking, which part of the story are we even meant to be completing?
Oh, It feels less like we're filling in the gaps and more like we're adding something new altogether. But we use the ink, right? And the book hasn't given us any more clues, so that must mean our task is complete. At least for now.
Yeah, I guess we're doing something right. Maybe I'm overthinking things. It's just, this is my mother's final wish, so I don't want to mess it up. Anyway, thanks for all your help. I'll let you know as soon as the book reveals a hint about the next chapter.
Okay then. See you in the next chapter.
Aqueles que... Uma coisa... São os desafios. Por isso, dentro dá no qual a meta. Agora os outros são mudar. Aqui. Ver alguma coisa. Again. Ai, que raiva. Agora eu quero create damage. crit damage. E nem mais. Ok, então toma. Já tem tudo, a cookie falta-lhe a sense. Ok. Toma, já tem tudo. Cookie falta-lhe a sense. E agora? Também já tem tudo. Estes aqui já estão todos. Agora, aqui. Wanderla. Wanderla. Primeiro deixa-me ver aqui um ISO. O que é que quer? Ele quer crit damage. Ok, está aqui um para ele. Não. 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 Sete, oito, três, cinco. A melhorzinho. Ele já está com o melhorzinho. Não vejo. Evelyn não consegue. Mas. Não podes pôr esta para já. É só. Aqui o Wander deve estar a seguir. Que é. Crit damage também. Pronto. Para eles é só evoluir. Só falta aqui uma cena. Espera aí. Só falta aqui uma cena. O ISO ainda não está pronto. Porque falta uma sense para a cookie, mas não com isso. Que é isto? Elemental massa? Não queria. só com a minha cheat no coisa. Ok. Então vamos lá procurar aqui o comigo. Para saber se já está tudo assinalado. Já assinalei tudo. Deixa estar já tudo assinalado. Cheat. Este 0 aqui. Pode já ser mudar. Porque eu sou artefactos que faltei ver. E é a mesma aqui que veio aqui. Que já está. Ok. Onde é que está o Angel? Caramba. Onde eu pôr aqui e aqui. Não sei aquilo que ele tem. Em princípio tu vais ter tudo porque tu vais chegar com alguns daquele. Pronto, aqui já está. Agora já sei que ele foi o último. Dinheiro para a semana ainda consigo. Por isso vou fazer a semana. Agora vamos aqui. Porque eu tenho aqui muita coisa para fazer. Ainda estou um bocadinho atrasado aqui. Mas deixa eu ver se tenho aqui alguma missão. Durin é só do durin, ok. Isso aqui é norte cai. Sempre aqui.
Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm.
Care for a dance?
Silence!
Defensive mode engaged.
Leave it to me!
A bigger pill to swallow. Taking a turn for the better.
Be sanctified.
Dance with me!
cleanup sequence.
Be a good audience, won't you? At least you were annihilation mode.
Ok, samurai.
Defensive mode engaged.
Cut down. Like this.
Ninguém?
Another
relationship.
What?
The story has only just...
Seems like an emergency.
Settle down.
Defensive mode.
Watch out! Let the mighty be humble.
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it.
Cleanup sequence initiated. This research looks promising.
Everyone says there's tons of work lately. Why is he done it?
Installation chamber deployed. This research looks promising indeed.
Lucky you. I have some time to kill.
Cleanup sequence initiated. Can't hide the truth.
What in the world should I do?
It all adds up.
Pleasure to be of service.
Today.
No more lies.
Newspapers, anyone?
Falta 2. Nope. Clicar aqui. Nope.
Oh. Newspapers, anyone?
As you wish, Miss. Even in the Nasha. Here, look at.
Don't worry about it. I'm buying them. Sure. She's so brash and reckless. Yes. And wouldn't it be if it turns out that would be quite the headache.
Pleasure to be of service.
Invest in your future by
Can't hide the truth.
Look at this naive kid. No idea he's being picked apart by people with hidden agendas.
The pleasure is all mine.
Hey.
Defensive mode engaged.
Watch out! Leave it to me! The story has only just begun! Bow your head.
Add astro.
Witness my magnificence!
Add astro.
Here you go, Lady Nefer. The book you were looking for.
Let me see. Would you look at that? Finally, an actual copy of The Man Who Became a Mule.
Yeah! Nefer doesn't seem like the kind of person who takes commissions. More like the kind who dishes them out. Hey! If you start taking work from Nefer, there'll be none left for Yehuda. Still, what sort of job is Nefer delegating to the Adventurers Guild? Paimon's kinda curious.
Not bad. This is exactly what I was looking for. The Adventurers Guild must have quite the impressive network tracking down a long-lost story like this.
Well, that's all thanks to our hard-working adventurers. There were quite a few setbacks along the way, but in the end, we managed to find a collector in Snezhnaya who had a copy.
How ironic that a story about the desert would end up somewhere like Snezhnaya. Well, thank you for your efforts. I'll send over the payment as promised. Also, Mr. Sarin, please keep this commission active and raise its priority level. I'll cover the additional fee as well.
Not a problem. It's our honor to do business with you, Lady Nefer. If you'll excuse me, I'll go get everything sorted.
My business is done, you two. You can come out and ask your questions. I know you're curious.
You even heard what Paimon said? Huh.
Something like that. It's more like a long-term partnership I have with the Adventurers Guild. Come, let's head back to the curatorium for a cup of tea. This isn't the best place for sharing stories.
Add astro.
Looks like you handled the commission without a hitch.
See? Told you'd be fine.
I can certainly take a look.
Hey! Catherine! Was that pendant over there used for posting a bounty?
It was indeed. You certainly have a sharp eye, Miss Yehuda. Mystery Haunty left it as collateral for a bounty request.
In that case, I'll take that one. Just...
The only thing is, The reward for that one isn't all that high, and nowadays, pieces like this are not worth much either. I'm not sure it's the kind of job you're after, Miss Yehoda.
No worries. I'll take it. Let's call it a bit of charity work on this.
Very well then. Please, wait a moment.
I mean, it's not like I've got much else to do right now. Can't just sit around playing with Ashru all day, can I? Boss Neff to boot me out in no time. Now that you're here...
A commission, huh? You'd better ask him. He's the expert.
Bet you it's nothing...
Miss Yehoda, here are the details of Mr. Yehanti.
Alrighty, let's see what that little...
What's up? Please don't say...
Nah, nothing like that. Just didn't expect a guy who couldn't even bring himself to hurt a fly to go posting life or death commissions like this. You? Relax, I'm just messing with you. To a crook, money is life. Come on,
Primeiro vou fazer a Neff. Depois faço a Geoda, termina lá. E inicio do Pokémon.
Huh. Looks like Yehoda's not back yet. Wait here. I'll go brew some tea.
Who's a good kitty? Come on.
All right, help yourselves. Cream and sugar is over there if you need it. Looks like Ashru's taken a real liking to you. Back when I first brought him home, he was as fierce as a little lion. He didn't let anyone get close except for me. Anybody else who tried would have his little fangs and claws to contend with.
Seriously? You'd never guess he used to be aggressive.
That was a long time ago, when the two of us had just arrived in Nodcry. Back then, we had no one to rely on but ourselves. And to survive in a place like Nodcry, we had no choice but to bare our claws and teeth. Of course, things are different now. Anyway, it's about time we satisfied that curiosity of yours. I'm guessing you want to know more about my long-term...
You mean like some kind of extra special treasure even Nefer can't get her hands on?
It's special, no doubt about that. But whether it counts as treasure, well, that depends on how you see it. Here, this is the book I asked the Adventurers Guild to find for me. Take a look.
Oh, it's like a fairy tale from Sumeru. Uh-oh, not another riddle-filled treasure hunt. Well, have fun. Paimon's gonna sit this one out.
Relax. It's just a story passed down among the desert dwellers of Sumeru. There's no secret treasure and no hidden riddles. The only reason I went to such lengths to find it is because it has to do with my father. That's right. From what you've seen before, you no doubt remember the fate that befell us. Before he brought back those so-called spoils of war, you know what Sumeru was like back then. Tales like these, stories full of wisdom, but for the desert dwellers, cut off from the stories passed down in the desert had one purpose and one alone. To teach in desert tales, people who waste food get turned into scorpions. Those who waste water end up losing their tongues. The stories taught us to be kind, but to be scarce with our trust. To lie and deceive as long as we didn't get caught. But I suppose my father didn't want me to turn out like everyone else. He would take these stories and change them. Imbue them with more warmth. In the versions he told, liars turned into mules, killers fell off cliffs, but picky children ended up with a toothache at most.
Paimon kinda gets where he was coming from.
Me? I couldn't get enough of them. I spend my days counting down the minutes to nightfall, when Dad would lull me to sleep with another one of his stories. Then, come daytime, I'd grab his storybook and go tell them to the other kids. They were so envious of me. No matter where I went, there was... And then, one day, it all came to an end. And now, all that remains of those times is buried under the... After that, I went to the academia. It was there that I first discovered the original versions of some of his stories. In those versions, the liars were never punished. The murderers walked free. After all, if you fall for a lie, you deserve to be deceived. If the blade is in your hand, you get to write the rules. And picky children? They ended up just like the ones who wasted water. Turned into lizards, doomed to spend the rest of their days crawling under the rocks. Only then did I realize that it was my father who'd been deceiving me all along, weaving a false world of warmth to shelter me from the harsh realities of the world. But once my father was gone, that world collapsed with him, and I had no choice but to face the truth. Luckily, though, I was a quick learner. Before long, I'd turned into exactly the kind of desert dweller he'd worked so hard to keep me from becoming. After that, it was all lies, deceit, revenge, and ruin. Themes that have played out in the desert 1,000 times over. But I'm sure you know that all too well, more or less. I just want to know exactly how many lies a father might tell his own daughter. As the only person in this world he ever deceived so completely, I suppose I owe it to him to make an equally comprehensive record of his distortions. Besides, anonymity seems a cruel fate for such a prolific twister of the truth. Anyway, I'm sure Thoth, the Ibis King, would approve of what I'm doing. After all, he was the one who sent me in search of something that could discern truth from falsehood. When I was young, the stories my father told me shaped my understanding of the world. Whereas their original endings... well, they taught me what this world is really like. And it's true. For me, they really did help me discern truth from falsehood. I figured that gathering them up might be the key to finding the answer the Ibis King was looking for. So, after I established myself in Nodcry, I started using every available channel to track down the stories my father once told me. The problem was, nearly all of them were folk tales, parables, passed down in the desert through word of mouth. Very few were ever written down. But living all the way out here in Nodcry, it wasn't like I could just go wandering around the desert to find those who still remembered them. As for Yehuda, well, I was short on manpower as it was, so I needed a different plan. And considering the countless adventurers at their disposal, I decided to strike up a long-term partnership with the Adventurers Guild. They bring me stories passed down among the desert people. I pay them accordingly, and sometimes even do them a little favor in return. Mr. Sauron was more than happy with my terms, so we soon came to an understanding. And from the way things have been going, I'd say our arrangement has worked out rather well. Well, this was the very last story my father ever told me. The only one whose ending he left unchanged. A man who spent his life distorting the truth. Buried under the desert sand the one time he chose not to lie. And look, it even says, deep down, his was a heart of gold. And that is the greatest wisdom of all. How ironic is that? Anyway, I can make a copy of this story if you're interested. And I just realized, you're an adventurer too, aren't you, traveler? Well, being an adventurer means you've traveled far and wide, and seen many things. I was just thinking, we could sign an agreement for a long-term partnership of our own. If you ever come across any stories about the desert dwellers of Sumeru, bring them to me, and I'll make it worth your while.
Wait, was that your goal this whole time? Just to ask us that?
Wonderful. Then here's to a long and fruitful partnership. And speaking of partnerships, why isn't Yehoda back yet? Was that job I gave her really that difficult?
Passar a missão da ajuda. Da Yahuala.
No more lies.
Strike a pose!
Stay back! A bitter pill to swallow.
The deception ends here. It all adds up. How farcical.
Mind the side effects. Remember, health comes first.
Watch out! A turning point? No more lies. Time to come clean.
Aqui.
This time your curiosity paid off, but don't get careless.
Change of plan.
It all falls into place.
So quiet.
Commencing task.
Clean up the
Silence!
The doctor was seen.
Seems like a mission. You're pretty sharp.
Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it first. So, it's legally yours now.
Já vi onde é que está o outro robô. Olha, como é que eu vou ativá-lo? Não sei. Oh, tenho que esperar que ele chegue ali.
Is it what you wish to find? Hopefully the excitement of opening a treasure chest has at least made it a worthwhile experience.
What a loser. Guy's so broke he doesn't have a single thing worth taking.
Yo, Kaliva.
Who goes there? Well, well, well. If it isn't Yehoda. What brings you here, Pipsqueak?
Relax. No biggie. Word has it, you swiped something from a man called Ihanti a few days back. That true? Here, take some cash and cough up the goods. I'm feeling generous today, so let's call this me buying you off.
Look at you, acting all civilized. Guess that's what happens when you've got Nefer to watch your back, huh? Suppose I'd rather hold on to it. What are you gonna do about it?
Do me a favor, Kaliva. Can't you and your bunch of knucklehead bros try acting normal for a change?
Oh, please, don't tell me you came all this way expecting to do honest business with a thief. Or did you genuinely think I just handed over on a silver platter?
Feels like this negotiation went south before it even got started.
My bad, Kaliva. Shouldn't have tried dealing with you the way Boss Neff does. A fist to the face is the only way to negotiate with morons like you. Come on, Traveler. Let's drop these punks together.
Looking down on us, huh? Come on, boys. Time to put this...
You're going to die.
Installation.
Didn't even try. See?
Okay. You win.
See? If you just played along earlier, you wouldn't have ended up in this mess. Now, take the Mora and go find yourself a decent doctor.
Is this your way of showing pity?
Save your breath and just take the Mora. If you'd rather chuck it in the water or hire thugs to jump me, that's your call. One thing's for sure, though. Going hungry and getting beaten up both suck. Don't make things worse for yourself.
The junk I snatched from that invalid is lying over there. Aside from some spare change, it was just a painting and some busted doll. The Mora's long gone, but I haven't had time to toss the rest.
Alright. Final question. You referred to Ihanti as an invalid just now.
It means exactly what it means. That weakling's in such a state now, you can barely tell he's still alive. When I first found him, he was lying there, stiff as a board. I honestly thought he'd already... Anyway, figured he didn't need his bag any longer, so I...
Mark out the spot where you last saw him.
Where I last saw him? Guess it was about...
Alright. Traveler, Paimon. I'd like to return this stuff to the client.
Who's there? I don't have any more, nothing at all. If you're here for my life, just go ahead and take it.
I've brought your stuff back, Ihanti.
Yehoda! Is that you? I can hear your voice, but I can't see clearly anymore.
It's me, Ihanti. And I'm standing right here in front of you. Why didn't you come find me? You look terrible.
Even a starving stray doesn't wander into a rich man's city. Not after all the beatings it's taken.
I'm not that kind of person. And Neff, Boss Neff, isn't either.
All the more reason why I couldn't come find you. If folks got wind that you were the type to lend a hand, I'd come banging on your door day after day.
No one would be crazy enough to pull a stunt like that with the boss.
But you're always out there secretly doing good. Only to be stabbed in the back by the very people you helped.
Hey, I've learned a lot from Boss Neff, you know. No one's gonna get me good like that. Ever again.
You just can't stop yourself from watching out for other people, can you, Yehoda?
That's my business. And no one else's.
Maybe that's why the boss thinks so highly of you.
Maybe. It's the only reason I'm even still alive.
You're right, Yehoda. You're right.
Anyway, if there's something I can do for you, Ihanti, now's the time to tell me.
Still the same as ever, huh? What if this was all just a big scam, or I was luring you into some kind of trap?
You wouldn't do that. Not after how long we've known each other.
And that's enough to win your trust?
Come on, look at the state you're in. How could you possibly threaten me?
Finally. We're getting somewhere. I guess saving a venomous snake that can barely open its mouth is pretty safe, all things considered. Do me a favor, then. Roll up the painting in that bag and slip it into my pocket. I haven't the strength to pick it up myself. I painted this with my wife and daughter. It's the only thing I still care about in the whole wide world. As far as I'm concerned, nothing else matters anymore.
The old you would be in stitches hearing you say that.
And what happened to those things I once treasured above all else? They could save neither my wife nor my life. But maybe that's just the fate of a thief. Everything we steal always gets stolen back, and we wind up empty-handed again eventually. That pendant I put up for the commission was all I had left. Though I guess I can't really call it mine.
That was the first piece of jewelry you ever stole. You must have told me the story 12 times. How you even pulled it off, and the look on the rich guy's face when he found out.
Yeah. Anyway, it's yours now.
Who did it belong to?
A Snezhnayan called Halamov. He used to live in Notcry, but he's probably run home to Snezhnaya by now. Don't tell me you're thinking of...
I'm not a thief anymore. And I'm not about to start hanging on to stolen goods either. This pendant should go back to its rightful owner.
You really are something else, Yehoda. The boss was right. Someone like you could never hack it as a thief.
Enough. Stop wasting your breath. I'll head back and find you a doctor.
Forget it. Just let me go the way I'm meant to.
But...
Yehoda, you know the boss's code.
Grant rest to those who seek it.
You know what I'm talking about. So, leave me in peace.
Fine.
I'm glad it was you who came to help me, Yehoda. Sorry I don't have any treasure to give you. But if you want, you can have this doll.
Wait, but I thought I told you to.
Don't worry. I made this one myself. The ones you put together are long gone. I burned every last one of them, just like you told me. Not too shabby, huh? Especially for someone who was already on the brink of going blind. Take it, Yehoda. Consider it my final gift.
I'll come back to see you.
Go now. Farewell, Yehoda. Thank you.
Mas antes de retornar, deixa-me só fazer isso. Supostamente em alguns.
Accelerating.
Excellent. Looks like you've completed the commission. Please bear with me while I fetch your payment. Is everything okay, Miss Yehoda? You seem a little pale. You didn't run into any trouble, did you?
Don't worry. I'm fine.
Very well, then. One moment. I'll be back with your payment right away.
Oh, Paimon knows we promised not to call a doctor, but Ihanti really...
No. I said I'd stick. We used to be colleagues. Coward, he may be. But when it came to raking in the Mora, Ihanti was top. While everyone else was out there pulling dumb scams and petty robberies, he had a real knack for talking people into things. Back when we were working, a friend? Course not. The only reason he took such, but he did look after me. I'll give him that. Helping him now is...
All right. Here is your payment, Miss Yehoda. The Adventurers Guild...
Here's your share, traveler. Thanks for... Anyway, I should head back to the curatorium. If the boss wants something done and I'm not there... I did say... I'll ask the boss... Yeah. Ihanti! Ihanti! Ihan... Oh no. Rest in peace. One thing's for sure. Not yet.
last.
Pronto. Já terminei mais algumas coisas. Tá bom por hoje. Enfim.
Combat data updated. Please rest assured that I will not blow the roof off again.
Deploy. Isto que eu estou a fazer, posso fazer off. Por isso, bem, gente. Live a terminar por hoje. Por isso, papai, até logo.